Yeah, what's popping? Y'all already know what it is, so let's get to this work, right? Now, we always hear this talking point about the dreaded 13%, right? That's responsible for 80 or 90% of the crime and the rates of black on black crime and white on white crime. Well, let's put all that shit to bed. Because people like to cherry pick stats because, see, you know the old saying, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. However, someone with just a little bit of ingenuity can take those numbers and create a narrative or a false context around them and create a lie out of the truth in the numbers. So that being said, it's a quick here Google search and it'll tell you that official crime data demonstrates that the vast majority of violent crime in the United States is intraracial, meaning most victims of violent crimes are targeted by individuals of their own race. Why is that? Because most crimes are crimes of proximity. You see, most people do things in the area in which they live. You're not going to go 20 miles from home. Well, someone smart would, but most people are not going to trek 20 miles from home to go rob somebody, because more than likely, if they're robbing somebody, it's either for a few things. They got to eat, put food in a child's mouth, or they got some type of other habit which they need to actually work on instead of doing some dumb shit, but a whole nother topic, right? So that said, let's look at a few figures. All right. So right here, as you see, this is the FBI.gov 2016 crime statistics in the United States, right? All right. So you see here on the table, murder, expanded homicide data table 3, crime statistics in the United States. Now you see right here down in the bottom where it says race of victim and it says white. Total victims, right? White total 3,499, right? Now, of that, it says the race of the offender. Out of the 3,499 white victims, there were 2,854 white offenders, right? Okay. Black or African American. Out of the 2,870 black or African American victims, the race of the offender, right? Of that, 2,570 were black or African American. And I want to touch on something right there. You see where it says black or African American? You see, the federal government already makes a distinction between our two peoples. It's just that most of the people in society don't. This is why black Americans are now calling for delineation and disaggregation. As in, just separate our numbers because we're two distinct groups. Because the blacks are the people who have lineage to the land. I am black. Both of my parents were born here. Both of their parents were born here, and all of their grandparents were born here, and so on and so on and so forth. We have been here for hundreds and hundreds of years. Some of them probably back thousands. But that's neither here nor there. So, again, the African American, the Godfreys, the Nigerians, or the Sudanese who immigrate here and become Americans are African Americans. Individuals such as myself that have a lineage here are the black. But that being said, now that, because it's as simple as just a quick Google search and you get it straight from the horse's mouth. Because again, this is the FBI.gov website. So when they cry about, oh, well, you're killing all the white, they're fucking lying to you. And they're feeding off of your fears based off of the stereotypes that have been created in society. So the next time you really want to know something, just simply ask the question the right way, because the answer's always out there. We're living in the information age. There is absolutely no reason that anyone has to not know something when everything is literally at the tip of your fingers. Everything is just one simple Black Mirror search away. But y'all too consumed with worrying about who Cardi B is pushing out a baby for. Or y'all mad because NDIRE is telling you that bitches like Young Miami got y'all out here completely mind fucked. But yeah, I'm going to slide out with that. Y'all be safe. The monster, the stars, and that head on a swivel. Diabolical den of demons, aka the Viper's Pit. Whew.